This is an instruction video for a quick tour of the Agile-Team trial version. For best quality, then please, in the YouTube player, select the 720p option for HD video. And please maximize the player. In the selector panel, you can choose which projects you want to see. Let us select another project. The Explorer can view the work items in many ways with selection of filtering, columns, sorting and groupings. There are a number of predefined views, where new can easily be defined. Let us see some examples of this. First we will select the My Tasks view to filter out my own tasks. Then we select the root node to see all my tasks across all projects. Let us now go back to the Scrum example, and see a Gantt view of this. Here we see that for Release 1, there are planned 2 sprints, and the remaining items are still placed in the release backlog. Let us now take a look at the backlog for Release 1. We can change the ordering of the items. As example, there is a critical bug, which we will move to the top of the list. We can also decide to move this to the current sprint to get it solved immediately. We can just do this by dragging it from the backlog to the sprint folder. After moving the item, we will reschedule the plan. When we now look at the plan in the Gantt, we can see that the sprint will finish after the planned finish date for the sprint. So we have to either add extra resources, or move something out from the sprint again. But let us just go to Sprint 1, and look at the remaining open work items here. We will open the work item pane, where we can see the content of the work items. This dialog is fully customizable, and each project folder can specify how the layout should be for this project. The dialog shows various descriptions. The Management tab is used for estimations and resource assignment. In the Time Reports tab, it is possible to add time reports. The Miscellaneous tab stores things as originator and creation date. Let us select a work item which has a description, edited in Microsoft Word. This can be convenient to enter detailed descriptions about bugs or new features. As the last example of a view, let us see what people have been working at for the last 8 days in the Scrum example project. We can drop grouping on the project folders. And we can add an extra column to see the status of the work items. Agile-Team has a task board, which can give a convenient overview of the status and assignment of the work items. For any selected set of work items in the Explorer, the task board can be opened. The task board groups the work items in columns based on their workflow state and in rows based on their resource assignments. It is possible to drag a work item to a different column to change the workflow state, and to a different resource to change the assignment. There is an option to draw small icons, if there are many items selected. The task board has a number of different options on how to sort and color the work items. Let's take a look at the time chart for Sprint 1. Which shows how time is used and the burn down of the remaining time. We can see the time chart on any project node, as example release 1. Let us do a little experiment. We will group at the originator column. And enabled the work item count column. Let us now open a chart to visualize the distribution of the work item counts. Let us for fun display this as a 3D bar chart. Finally, let us open the Gantt pane to see when the work items are planned to complete for the originators. Agile-Team has very convenient facilities for reporting use time. Time can be reported directly in the dialog for a work item. There is a daily time report view, which shows all work items that are assigned to you and marked active. Finally, there is a monthly view, which shows accumulated time during the month. Let us now create a new project under the root node. Let us create a backlog for this project. We will let the backlog be inactive. Under Layouts, we will choose the backlog layout for the item. Now we will create a couple of sprints, each with different goals. Now that we have a project, let us create some work items in the backlog folder. Notice that the work item dialog appears with the backlog layout, as we specified for this folder.